Hello, welcome to Electric Focus, and today, how fast can an EV charge? Whether you're at home or on the go, well, let's have a look at some averages. So let's talk about the different charging speeds. So let's talk in terms of AC and DC. So AC charging is what you're doing at home, and you do it on the go as well, but it will be in places where you've got plenty of time in your hands. So either car parks, at work, or train stations, places where you're going to be staying for a long period of time, because it's really quite slow charging. And then DC charging is when you want really fast speed, so that's rapid or ultra rapid charging, 50 kilowatts upwards. So those are the two different types of charging you'll be doing. So let's look at those different speeds and look at some averages in terms of how many miles per hour you can put into your battery. So if you're charging at home and you're doing that with a 3-pin plug, so you're plugging your 3-pin plug into the house and then you're plugging your cable into your car with the lead that you get with the car, then that is really slow charging, 2.3 kilowatts, and you're looking at an average of around 7 miles per hour. So pretty slow, as you can see, and that's why people look to get wall boxes. If you've got a 7.4 kilowatt wall box, which is really the maximum you can get in the home, because most UK homes only have single phase electric. You'd need 3-phase electric to get any more. So normally it's a 7.4 kilowatt charger, and then your car, as I mentioned earlier, is converting that into DC for your battery, and the speed you'll get there is more like 21 miles per hour. Now, just a caveat here, you can get a 3.7 kilowatt wall box. I don't know why anybody would bother with that, but it's possible, I suppose. You might go to a house where they've only got a 3.7 kilowatt charger, and in that case, you're only going to get something like 11 miles per hour. But it's more common to have a 7.4 kilowatt charger at home, and that's 21 miles per hour on average, so it can vary. So let's talk about speeds when you're out and about now. Now remember, on an AC charging, it's important that you always remember that it's the capability of your car that determines how fast you can charge. So it's a charger within the car. So if it's a 7 kilowatt, you're only going to get 7 kilowatts wherever you go on AC. If you've got an 11 kilowatt charger, then you're going to get 11 kilowatts, of course. So if it's a 22 kilowatt AC charger, you're only going to get what your car maximum capacity is on the charger. So 7 or 11 is the most common. There are some cars now that have an option for 22 kilowatts, but very few and far between, tend to be the top end cars. But if you've got that, fantastic, you can charge up to 22 kilowatts. In terms of speeds, as we mentioned earlier, with 7 kilowatts, it's the same out on the go. You're talking about 21 miles per hour. If you can charge up to 11 kilowatts on an 11 kilowatt charger, then you're talking more like 32 miles an hour. And again, these are averages. It does vary. It doesn't vary much on AC. It's only when you get to DC it starts to get quite varied. But 32 miles an hour on 11 kilowatts. If you're lucky to have a 22 kilowatt onboard charger, which is quite rare, then you're talking 50 miles per hour upwards. So it's starting to get much faster speeds there, but still pretty slow overall. And you're only going to be charging on AC when you've got plenty of time in your hands. So it could be that you're in a car park doing some shopping, you could be at a train station, or it's your workplace where you're just there all day and you can charge quite slowly. So that's fine. Hotels is another good place. Okay, let's get on to DC charging now. And this is where you're talking about rapid charging or ultra rapid charging, or you might see it called ultra fast charging. So rapid charging is DC 50 kilowatt charging up to 100 kilowatts. When you hit 100, that's when you start saying it's ultra rapid. So anything 100 and above, ultra rapid. 50 to 100 is rapid. Now, most rapid chargers are 50 kilowatt. There are some 60, 70 kilowatt chargers out there, but majority are 50 kilowatts. So we'll talk about the charging speed there because I can get a good average on 50 kilowatt. So remember, on DC charging, it's the charger itself that's doing that conversion for AC into DC to store into your battery. So it goes directly into your battery, and that's why you get faster speeds. So at 50 kilowatts, the average you're going to look at is around 150 miles per hour. Again, This does vary by car. It can be between sort of 120 and 150, but on all the cars I looked at, that was the average I came up with, 150 miles per hour. And now as you start to think about 150 miles per hour, I start to also think about, well, how many miles per minute is that? So you're talking about around 2.5 miles per minute. So it starts to give you an idea. You know, if you're there for 10 minutes, you're going to get 25 miles. If you're there for 20 minutes, you're going to get 50 miles. So it's quite a good measure to have in your head. So now 100 kilowatts and above. So ultra rapid charging. So on 100 kilowatts, you're looking at, on average, around 230 miles per hour. It does vary slightly, but it's not too much different between cars. So 230 is a good one to remember because that's around 4 miles per minute. So it's a nice one to have in your head again. 4 miles, 10 minutes, 40 miles, 20 minutes, 80 miles, etc. So it's a nice easy one to remember. Then you get on to the more common 150 kilowatt ultra rapid chargers. You see these in more places these days. So when you're talking about 150, you're then talking about around 365 miles an hour, and that is about 6 miles per minute approximately. It's slightly under that, but 6 miles a minute again is a good number to remember. So 10 minutes, 60 miles. So that's an ultra fast or ultra rapid 150 kilowatt charger. And after 150 kilowatt, you jump right up to 350 kilowatts out there at the moment. You might see them Ionity chargers, and there are some more coming to market now, but 350 kilowatts is the maximum out there right now. And it's important to know though that there are no cars that can charge at that speed right now. So the maximum is around 250. For example, the Tesla Model 3, Tesla Model Y can go up to 250 kilowatts, but there's nothing really much beyond that at the moment. So even though it's a 350 kilowatt charger, the maximum you're going to get is what your car can take. So as I said, in the case of the Tesla Model Y and 3, it's 250. So I've looked at some averages across some of those fast charging cars, and there's an important caveat here. This is on 400 volt architecture, which is the standard across the ranges at the moment, but there is 800 volt capability cars now, and we'll come on to those. But if you look at those averages, you're talking about around 413 miles per hour, or easy one to remember again, around 7 miles per minute. So again, 7 miles per minute, 70 miles 10 minutes, 140 miles in 20 minutes, and now you get into really, really fast speeds. And as I mentioned just now, you're starting to see 800 volt architecture cars. And what does that mean? That means even faster speeds. So we're talking about cars like the Porsche Taycan, the Audi GT, but also some more affordable cars such as the Kia EV6 and also the Hyundai Ioniq 5. They've all got 800 volt architecture. So that just means really, really fast charging. So for example, on a 150 kilowatt charger, you're looking more like 450 miles an hour, which is around 7.5 miles per minute. So 75 miles in 10 minutes. So we're getting really fast now. And then if you're looking on a 350 kilowatt charger, and again, the maximum speed is around the sort of 230 mark, 230 kilowatt mark for these cars. But because of this 800 volt architecture, you're getting speeds of up to kind of 650 miles an hour, and beyond actually, and that's 10.8 miles per minute. So nearly 11 miles per minute. So you're talking about over 100 miles in 10 minutes, which is really fantastic to see. So I hope that gave you a good understanding of all the different charging speeds, whether you're charging at home or charging on the go. And if you're looking for a car or you've got a car at the moment, don't forget to check out the specs of your car to understand the capability of your car in terms of its battery and also the onboard charger, so you understand how fast you can charge on AC. So I hope that was useful. As always, please like and subscribe, and I'll speak to you soon.